I recently changed out this dryer receptacle and cord. As you can see, it's in really bad shape. It's melted. Insulation's melted off the wire. Homeowners had no idea that there was an issue until they removed their dryer and unplugged the cord. And they asked me, why didn't the breaker trip? I've got a little experiment here to show you what happens when these things start melting down. I've got an amp meter set up here. I've got a couple of space heaters over here. I'm going to go ahead and turn these on. Come over here, watch the amperage go up. Right now we're at 18 amps. I've got a thermal imager here. And if you look in the top left corner, you can see the temperature reading. This thing automatically centers on the hottest spot. Right now we're at about 125 degrees. I have this on a 20 amp circuit for my experiment. I didn't have a 30 amp circuit to tie into, but we'll get the point anyway. And how you know what size circuit you have, I've got a circuit breaker here. It's a single pole 20 amp circuit, says right there on the handle. I've got a 30 amp breaker right here, 2-pole 30. That's similar to what that dryer plug would have been on. So right now we are at 16.1 amps. Let's look at the thermal imager. Look at that, we are already up to 165 degrees. That's just going to keep getting hotter. And we're still at 16 amps. So the amperage isn't going up. We're probably never going to hit that 20 amps or beyond to trip that breaker. And we're 175 degrees now. The only way that is going to end up tripping that breaker is the insulation melts off those wires and they short out to each other, or they short out to a box or another grounded surface. So we are at 16.1 amps still. It's not going up, but we're starting to get super hot. We're about 190 degrees right now. And that's just going to keep getting hotter. So anyway, that's what happens when your receptacles start melting down. That's why the circuit breaker is not going to protect you in that instance. So if you see those receptacles, they're burned up, they're starting to get discolored, or your plugs are starting to melt and turn dark, you need to get those fixed before it causes a real problem. And we're still at 16.1 amps, and we are at 205 degrees. Okay, that's just going to keep getting hotter. All right, thanks for watching.